The man had just walked into the office when he found his boss was dead. He was scared he would be treated as the killer, so he bought a ticket overnight to escape to Mexico. But the police had already checked the cameras and locked onto the real killer. And that killer was heading the same way as him. The killer turned his head. Wasn't this the sissy he saw earlier in the day? Yeah, did he follow me? The killer panicked, but actually, the sissy couldn't even see outside the window. At this moment, the killer heard the police broadcast on the radio. They said the murderer had stolen a black Jeep with flame patterns and asked citizens to pay attention. The killer realized he couldn't keep driving this car. Meanwhile, the sissy leaned back the seat, ready to sleep, but the driver said it was his stop. Turns out the ticket seller had tricked him. He had traded a fake branded watch only for a half ticket. The sissy got off and walked in the mountains all night. Then he turned his head and saw a car. Too lucky. He pulled some wires to hotwire it, but the next second he found the key was still in the car. He drove to a motel, covering his face as he walked in. The owner asked him to register. The sissy thought for a while, then wrote a fake name. The owner was stunned when he read it. Calicranston Son Hilmanton? He felt something was wrong, then looked at the newspaper. The stolen car case was already on the front page. Is that your car at the door? The sissy said yes. With that answer, the owner handed him the room key. As soon as the sissy left, the owner called the police. After taking a shower, the sissy glanced at the newspaper. One look and he went crazy. He had just picked up a car in the morning and it was already in the news last night. He was so angry he banged his head against the wall. The killer, who lived next door, heard the banging. He was scared and grabbed his gun, thinking he was exposed. Soon the police arrived. Now he really was exposed. The sissy thought the police were coming for him. He wrapped his head in a towel, pretending he had just washed his hair.
That's him! Ha! Behind you!
The killer opened his door. He saw the sissy pointing at him, thinking he was being reported. He opened fire and got into a shootout with the police. The sissy took the chance to run away. He ran all the way to the tracks. A train happened to pass by. He wanted to hitch a ride. He jumped and rolled, but ended up falling outside. So he had to chase the train and grab the tail. He kept banging his head against the car, using the iron as a medium to send sound to the driver. Finally, the driver heard it and stopped the train. The sissy climbed inside. The killer, who had just arrived, saw everything. He understood. This sissy must be a secret agent. Meanwhile, the sissy was starving on the train. He hadn't eaten all day. Then he saw the train was full of canned food. When the train stopped, workers came to unload. They opened the door and found the sissy had eaten a whole box of expired cans. When he woke up, he was in a hospital. He worried about being caught, so he changed clothes to escape. But the killer was already disguised as a doctor. Just as he drew his knife, a policeman walked in. The sissy thought the police came for him again. He quickly grabbed a newspaper to cover his face, but the police ignored him and walked straight to the doctor. It turned out a colleague had been shot and needed surgery. The killer had no choice but to agree.
Clear. And...
One overdose of electricity, and the patient was killed instantly.